Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome to ZEN-TAROT. My name's Julie. I am going to do a pick a card reading for you today. We're going to do an energy forecast for the next 30 days. We're going to do that by diving into 4 different elemental paths, each one representing a unique energy shift for you. So the first path that we are looking at is elemental path number 1. This is the flow of surrender, water energy. This reading is for emotional healing, intuitive trust, and releasing resistance. So if you're feeling called to let go and flow, this is your path number 1. For path number 2, we're going to do the fire of transformation. This is the fire energy coming through. This reading is for bold changes, breakthroughs, stepping into your personal power. If you're ready to ignite your next chapter, path number 2, this is your path. For path number 3, we are going with the winds of new beginnings. This is our air energy reading for the next 30 days. This reading's for fresh starts, limitless possibilities, and embracing adventure. So if you're feeling drawn to new opportunities, this is your path. Look for path number 3. For elemental path number 4, we are calling this the roots of stability. This is the earth path, path number 4. This reading is for grounding, security, and long-term growth. So if you're seeking stability and deep-rooted success, big foundations, deep foundations, this is your path. So take a deep breath, look at each path, tune into your intuition, and choose the path that is calling to you. Let's see what is ahead here. Drop me a comment. Let me know if this reading is resonating with you. If you'd like a personalized reading, I am open for those. I will leave my information in the description box below, and I will leave timestamps for each path in the description box below. I will see you over at the reading. Well, hey there, pile number 1. Thanks so much for stopping by. You have chosen the water, the surrendering, the flow of surrender here. So I've chosen the sea serpent to represent you, representing the water signs here, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So yeah, very emotional. Some kind of emotional healing needs to happen or is happening for you right now. You're going through something, all leading to a transformation. But when you're stuck in that emotional healing, sometimes it's hard to see where you're going or where this is leading to. So I want to take a look, see if we can guide you out or in, whatever the case may be. Let's start out with an Osho Zen Tarot card up in the ether for you for pile number 1. Let's see what the overall theme is for this emotional healing for pile number 1. Whew. Awareness. Well, look where this is leading you to take a peek behind the veil. Maybe you felt blocked or you felt disconnected from spirit or separate from spirit for a little while here. We all feel that disconnect sometimes when we're feeling all alone. The poem that's coming into my mind right now is the poem with Jesus and the man who they're looking at his life. They're reviewing his life, and they're on a beach. There's footsteps on a beach. I think it's titled Footsteps. And through this man's life, there was always 2 sets of footsteps side by side, unless it got to his darkest times, at his darkest moments when he was on his knees begging for mercy. There was only 1 set of footsteps in the sand on the beach. And the man said, I knew it. I felt so alone. I knew you had forsaken me in my darkest times. Why, Lord? Why did you forsake me when I needed you the most? And God looked at the man and said, my son, this is the times that I was carrying you. So Jesus is carrying you. God is carrying you through the grief, through the transformation, through the emotional woundings that happen within each and every one of us. Every single wound scars over and makes us stronger, makes us wiser, expands the consciousness, but it's very, very painful when you're going through it. This is leading you to an absolute awareness that we are all connected. We are all in this together. We are never separate. We are never alone here. So that's the message coming through with that awareness card for you. Friendliness, emerging of energies now. Maybe it's time to be a little bit more friendly and a little bit softer. There's a softer energy coming for you. It feels like you've been very edgy or very much triggered at this emotional wound that you're trying to heal whenever someone's trying to even make small talk or talk about something else or change the subject. It's just you're feeling like no one can win and nothing can be said. So there's a softening of your energy, an opening up of your energy, and allowing other people's stories in. Sometimes when we're going through something very, very painful, it's hard to find that compassion in our hearts for others, and people always want to compare. They want to meet you where you are, so they're telling you their story, and it's just there's a back of the mind screaming, you know, I don't care, I don't care. It just, you feel very uncompassionate, and it just makes you feel worse. And so allow yourself to be focused on you. Allow yourself to have your moment, your time in grief here without others getting on your nerves or getting under your skin. I remember I work at a law firm where we deal with loss. We deal with probates and trusts and wills. And clients will tell me sometimes that the worst thing that you can say to someone who's just lost someone is, well, they're in a better place. And they're so well-meaning. They're so wanting to help heal the wounds maybe that they are fearful of. Maybe they haven't experienced this yet. And so that's a big trigger for them. They're very fearful of losing a loved one. And you seeing you in your grief here is a reminder that their day will come. Their time will come. And so there's just things not to say when someone is grieving here. There needs to be a rule book. There needs to be something written to guide people, because it's so hard to know. It's so hard to know how to comfort someone in their grief. The best thing is to say nothing. To say nothing, to listen, to listen. Don't try to meet them. Don't try to talk them out of it by any means, because that will bring a lash back. And just listen. And maybe someone needs to listen to you right now, but just know Spirit is listening. Sometimes that veil of grief can be so thick that you just can't hear. You're not seeing the responses. You're not seeing the signs. You're not seeing the light or the way out. But it's all for purpose. It's all for purpose to throw you in your darkest time, so you know when the light does come, so you know the difference, the contrast here. So yeah. All right, let's get an animal spirit guide for Up in the Ether for you. Pile number 1 with the water energy. Look at this water coming through. Bring your ideas to life. The number 24, that's the number 6, moving on, the 6 of Cups. Soulmate energy coming in. There's an electrifying happening, almost like someone threw a toaster in the bathtub for you. This electrifying, especially with the sea serpent. There's another kind of a electric feeling for me here. So there's a zapping you out of it. There's a snapping you out of it. There's a movie with, it's so old. What is that? Moonstruck, I think, with Nicolas Cage and Cher, where he's whining or he's complaining or something, and she just literally slaps him across his face. Snap out of it. It's just that electric jolt we all need. Sometimes when we're lingering too long, when we're holding our emotions in too long and they start to fester and poison us, it's kind of a drop of poison when we simply cannot let it go. This is you in a moment letting it go. It's like worrying about something, just focusing on something, and then something else comes in and zaps you out of that worry. It's like, I'll give you something to worry about, you know, God says sometimes. Like your parental figure, I'll give you something to cry about if you were crying over spilled milk, right? It's just this kind of snapping out of it. I'll show you what either can be really, really good or really, really jolting out of something, and it distracts. My dad used to say, if I hurt my finger, you know, on the just silly hurt my finger, and I was crying to him about it, he would say, well, do you want me to stomp on your toe? It was his way of kind of using the law of attraction, refocusing my attention, right? It was all about refocusing my attention. Now is a lucky time for you with the rabbit spirit. Look at this number 49 coming through. So there is a stroke of luck, a lightning in a bottle happening here, a very, very quick recognition or really a spotlight. Kind of, you're in your darkest place. You're thinking, this is it. This is over. I've lost everything. Maybe you're just in this real time of grief right now. There's this spotlight coming at you. It's going to be blinding because you've been in the dark for a little while here. You've been behind that veil where everything felt really dark and really scary, really scary. Like, look at the exaggeration behind that veil, right? Everything seeming bigger, the monsters under the bed, the bogeyman, you know, wherever you're walking down the street, and you're just having this sense that's your intuition picking up through this time you've gone through here. Those pins and needles, those, I'm going to walk a little faster, and the faster you walk, all of a sudden you find yourself running from this unknown fear, this unseen fear. It's like, what is that? That's your intuition. It's time to move. It's time to get out. There's that lightning stroke there to move now. So yeah, it's just like a out of the blue for you. It's just happening very, very quickly. Look at this for the deep dive here. That's exactly what I'm calling this pick a card tarot reading, is a deep dive into this energy for the next 30 days. So do not forget that this is happening within the next 30 days of the time you see this reading. And look at this, the number 6 comes through again with the number 60 here. So yeah, the 6 is really, really trying to shine through. We've got the 6 and the 6. Beautiful. Yeah, time for a deep dive. It's time to really turn around and face what you feel coming here. It's time to face it head on. The more you keep running from it, the more time is going by and you don't even know what you're afraid of. It's time to turn around, pile number 1, and face that head on. It's going to be so much smaller than you thought it was. You've exaggerated in your mind. Maybe it's pre-grieving, or you've seen someone going through grief, and so you're imagining, you're putting yourself there, but everyone is so uniquely different that your experience will be completely different when that time does come. So really stop pre-grieving. Do not mourn someone that is standing or sitting or laying right in front of you. That is very, very precious, valuable time that you cannot waste by grieving. Grief will come. Whether you like it or not, it will come. So do not borrow trouble here. Do not borrow trouble. Eagle spirits, look at this. Spirit has your back. Oh my God, look at this. Number 23 converts to a number 5 here. The time for change. The time for change. This next 30 days is bringing in a sweeping change for you. It comes out of the blue. It feels like almost an electric shock, shocking you out of some kind of down in the dumps, or real grieving, or real trauma that you have come from here. It's just a really a second chance to look at it, or a second chance to face it head on. You're facing your fears head on here, group number 1. My God, I love this. I cannot wait to see what this next 30 days is bringing for you. All right, let's take a peek into the mind. We're going to take a peek into the mind, the heart, and the soul, the daily life for you. Whew. Pile number 1. I feel like I've been, electrified here. I feel the power. Hearing Bruce Almighty in my head, I feel the power. What are you releasing here? What is the primary thought, this thing that you are focused on that you can't seem to break free of? What is that? What is the primary thought for pile number 1? We're looking at the mind space, pile number 1. 6 of Pentacles, 6. Look at this, the moving on, the reciprocity. What was lost is now found. So you lost something. There's a loss here. There's a big loss here. It could have been a job. It could have been a person. It could have been anything that was valuable to you. It could be anything that was valuable to you. It was a big loss. You've been stuck in this loss. You've been focusing on this loss. You've been commiserating about this loss. It meant something to you. It mattered to you. And so you lost your innocence here. The time before this happened, before I knew this, maybe it was a loss of your innocence and a realization of some kind. There is so much bigger coming at you that you can't see right now. You just have to open up your mind to more possibilities, that it doesn't have to be this confined, it feels like the whole world has closed in on you on this loss. Like you've been under almost a microscope. Maybe being judged, you feel like you're judging yourself. Maybe you feel like you've spent too much time in the dark and too much time fearing things that haven't happened yet. Or you know that 99.9% of the things we worry about never come to pass. And so this is just eating at you. Why? Why am I wasting so much time? Why can't I get over this? What is wrong with me? So you're going through all these scenarios. just know that you cannot escape the light. Just like we can't escape the dark, we can't escape the grief, you can't escape love. If you're going to grieve that hard, you have to understand it's because and only because you loved that hard, because you cared that hard. If you didn't care, you wouldn't care. So this makes you such a deep feeling person. You are really, really in tune, in touch with the way that you feel, and there's just nothing more beautiful than this. You're a true empath. You can absolutely feel. So if somebody's coming to you in a state of grief, oh my God, are you there? You are there. You are feeling the heartbreak. You are feeling the loss. You are feeling the injustice or the trauma of that. You are feeling it through every fiber of your being. Group number one, you've got to let it go. You hold on to these energies for dear life because they mean something to you. It matters. Life matters. Moments matter here. You feel every moment so very deeply. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's like a trapped box of emotions and energies that don't belong to you. They don't belong to you. They belong to you for a moment. The moment that you were in that moment, the moment you were in that room with that person as they were sobbing on your shoulder, you were there for them 100%. There was no part of you that was distracted. You were very focused on them. You know what happened? They felt heard. They felt validated. They felt confirmed by your love, by your non-judgment. But then you walked out of that room and you couldn't let it go. It's like the Green Mile when he could suck in the poison, he could suck in the disease from someone, but he had to let it go. If it took a minute, he would get sicker and sicker. It would eat at him like the poison that it is. You have to let it go. You have to release it, maybe through breath work, maybe through meditation, or just diving deep here. Dive deep. Turn around and look at that. That is my greatest fear, of losing the one I love the most. That's my biggest fear, and I seem to keep attracting these people that have gone through this, and so I'm picking up on this energy of pre-mourning, of fear of being there myself, a fear of losing the one I love the most. And in the meantime, you're forsaking the moments where that loved one is standing right in front of you, or just across the veil. They are accessible. They are here for you. But that veil of grief, of fear, really, of fear, will block all energy. It will trap it inside of you, and you need to pop that. You need an escape route. You need to breathe that out. I release all the energies and emotions that are not mine. Just make that your mantra to move on from this, to move on. I want to move on from the choppy water spirit. I want to move much more into knowing you have my back, into knowing that all is well at all times, and that this is all meant for me. All right, well, how do you let go of this resistance? How do you let go of this pent-up energy? How do you let go of this, pile number one? What's the release trigger here? What releases this? What comes in within the next 30 days like a bolt of lightning? Tell me more about that. Oh my God, look at this, karmic justice. And the releasing of the addiction. It's almost like you're addicted to this. Group number one, you can let it go. This devil cannot hold you. This energy of fear, of guilt, of survivor's guilt, of joy guilt, of happiness guilt. How can I be happy when they're not even here anymore? Look at this with the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. Are you kidding me? This comes out of the blue, this karmic lesson, this lesson learned, this freedom of having this return to you, having your childhood feelings return to you, those feelings of joy, of justice, of peace, of harmony, of love, minus the fear of loss here. You are releasing the fear of loss here, no matter what that is. And look at how long you've been waiting for this with the Four of Pentacles showing up in the mind space. There's that prison you've been in. There's that veil that you just couldn't pierce here for group number one. So wow, huge change coming out of the blue that you are celebrating here. Look at the Three of Cups. The celebration card comes through. Wow, this is happening quick for you. This is huge. This is quick. This is beautiful. This is the release that you needed. It's like a gigantic, can I say orgasm? Because that is exactly what I'm feeling here, like a spiritual release. I hope YouTube doesn't to punish me for that, but that's what it feels like the biggest release of the life for you. This is just a release you needed. You've been trapped in these pent up. It's been gaining momentum and gaining momentum and gaining momentum till you were on pins and needles, till someone said, hey, how you doing? And you're like, what's that supposed to mean? You were so on edge. This is exactly the release you needed. Let's see what's happening in the heart space. What is the emotion that needs to be released right now? What's the emotion? What's the emotional breakthrough? There's a huge breakthrough here. Oh my God, trusting. Look at this with the Seven of Swords. The I don't trust. The I don't trust anyone. As soon as I tell them my fears here, they use them against me. There's a time to keep your fears to yourself for sure, especially when someone's coming at you with an energy of grief, of sorrow, of anger, of rage. It's just really time to pull it back in, just becoming that sea serpent, that water energy, go with the flow. There's rocks around you. There's very rigid beliefs. There's very rigid ideas around you that you are flowing through. There's a partnership. Look at this with the Two of Cups and the Two of Cups here. There's a celebration about a partnership with the Three of Cups here as well. There's a coming together. There's a realization. There's a, I'm not going to let fear get in my way anymore. There's a commitment. This is a commitment that you are ready, willing, and able to move into, because you've released the fear of you're about to get married, but you're so fearful of the divorce. The divorce is forefront on your mind. The splitting up, the breaking up, when they break your heart, when they cheat on you, when they lie to you. You're already there. You're 3 steps ahead of it. Things that you cannot prove. They could go so many different ways. How about focus on the marriage? Focus on the marriage instead of the wedding, or the 10 years down the road here. You've been way too far out in the future to enjoy the today of it. Those fears of tomorrow and what that was going to bring, and that brought so-and-so that, and that's what happened with them. And it's like a divorce in the family, and everyone that's married in the family now goes through this big shakeup. It's like, wow, would you do that to me? Would you? You start really questioning that. I don't want to be hurt like that person was hurt. And that is the other side of allowing yourself to love, just unconditional love, detaching from the outcome of this relationship. Whatever you need to do to be happy, that's what makes me happy. It's you being happy, you being independent, you being free to be you no matter where you are. Especially if I'm in the room, I want you to be completely you so I can be completely me without this guard, without this bubble around me here. So a beautiful partnership coming to you out of the blue. It's the snap out of it spirit moment here, the slap in the face that it's time to wake up. It's time to come out of that coma. It's time to come out of that fear. It's time to come out of that energy that you've been sitting in for far too long. This wheel has turned. The wheel of time has turned here. Yes, pile number 1. Big partnership coming in. So tell me a little bit more about this partnership in the heart space, and then we're going to look at the daily for you. Tell me about this partnership coming in. What does this do to the heart space for pile number 1? Look at this new adventure coming in. 7 of Wands. Boy, are you on guard. Knight of Cups. There it is. There's the offer coming in. Good God, you've got to let me know what this is. It seems like a big fat apology, or a lessening of this tight grip, this guilt, some kind of control, using guilt, using temptation. Maybe there was a temptation that you proved to spirit that you're not going to fall for here, or an invitation back into the dark because it felt comfortable or familiar here, like pulling your head back in. It's like you can't unsee something. You can't unhear something now. Now you know, so you can't pretend. You can't pretend any longer. Look at this Ace of Cups, this heart's fulfillment. There is a relationship. There is an absolute beautiful relationship coming to you as you're on guard, as you are mistrusting, as you are doubting that the energy will ever change, that it's just the same person, different face. I'm not falling for it again. It's almost like you feel like you've been duped in a relationship. And so now it's like, no way am I ever going to trust again. No way, I'm just getting away with what I can here. It's like you've gone through maybe a really horrible divorce, but it led you to this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reconciliation of the energy here of putting your guard down, of really just drawing these beautiful boundaries with your emotions here. It's just like you're giving yourself that cup of love, that validation, that confirmation that you've needed. It was you all along. It was you all along. You just had to release. This is truly, truly a surrendering of the fear of the unknown. And that's exactly what it is. You already know what you know. It's time to know what you don't know now. Just step into the unknown with faith, with hope. You know, you're preparing for the worst, but you forgot to hope for the best. And look at the best coming to you. It's just like, wow, the best is yet to come. When you peek your head through this veil, when you decide to see things clearly, to see that you've been trapped, either someone has trapped you, put you in a box, made you feel small, made you feel like their needs, their emotions, their desires were more important than yours. That if you could make them happy, they in turn would turn around and make you happy. And so you went through this mourning of yourself, this grieving of yourself. How did I lose myself in this? That's where the mistrust came. That's where the doubt came and the confusion came. But when you realize that it was always your choice, that that was just a lesson to be learned, that all people have their demons, have their dark times, have their transitional moments. It's, you know, menopause, manopause, it's midlife, it's, you know, there's these hormonal changes. We change, people change here. So, wow, there's an apology coming to you from this energy of oppression here that you have felt so very trapped in. And there's a freedom in this. It's like the big permission slip from spirit to enjoy yourself, to move back toward happiness and joy and hope and possibilities here. And it comes at you within the next 30 days. And it's like a true moment of reckoning. Yes, a moment of reckoning. Let's see what the daily life looks like. Let's take a look at the foundation, the soul of this emotional release. How does the daily look? Next 30 days, what's the momentum leading toward the next 30 days? Daily life for pile number 1. Daily life. Look at the King of Swords, the decision maker now. It's just like you were where you were wishy-washy before, where you're, I don't care, why bother? What do you want to eat? If someone would ask you, what sounds good? Nothing. You know, food didn't taste good. I'm picturing like this best shower of your life, like you've been out in the wilderness for the last 30 days and you're stepping into the shower, right? That's what this feels like, this cleansing, this reckoning, this washing away, this really letting the emotional trauma wash away from you. Let the healing come in, let the light come in. As you're in the shower with the water, just really shower is best for this rather than a bathtub. You've been in the hot tub for too long. That water's stale, stagnant, it's yucky now. So it's time to get in the shower. The shower is best if you can, if you're physically able. To get in the shower and let these emotional traumas wash away from you for a minute, right? You can take a break. You can take a vacation from everything you've gone through for the next 5 minutes while you cleanse the energy, while you cleanse the air, while you cleanse the room, while you cleanse yourself here. Let this be a day of reckoning. Let this be a day of cleansing. Today, I'm not going to worry about that. Today, everything's okay. I'm healthy today. I'm happy today. I'm going to give myself just today and see what happens, right? Have you ever done that? You're starting a new job or you're starting something new and you're just like, okay, I can give it a day. I can do that. That's fair. That's fair. I'll give myself 1 day, and 1 day turns into 2 days, and 2 days turns into 3 days. And then you go back a step. Now you don't know what you're doing. You feel like you're in over your head. You need that break. Go get in the shower. And really cleanse again. Just release these worries, release these fears, release the fear of the unknown here. And allow yourself to detoxify of the worry, of the stress, of the guilt, of the addiction to addiction itself, right? To fall back into failure mode, to fall back into succumbing back to behind the curtain, pretending you didn't see the man behind the curtain. You didn't see that Oz was just a man, right? You can't go back here. You can never go home is the saying, right? So release, allow yourself to release. What will happen is you'll find yourself making much more discerning decisions here, much more yes, no answers here, much more putting yourself in the conversation rather than just the listener or just the hearer of all things, right? Just the keeper of all stories here. You find yourself contributing to the stories and adding to the stories and adding to the conversation. And relationships really, really enriching at this point forward now. So it's just escaping that dark happens very quickly. It's like an olive branch from the heavens above for you. It comes out of the blue. If you do take a bath, don't use any toasters or electricity around you, because that's exactly what I saw in the very beginning here. And then I was talking about the great cleanse for you. So, all right, what else? Look at this Nine of Pentacles, this freedom, this security, this independence from the attachments. This is you detaching, just detaching, working on your reactive energies. So, beautiful. All right, tell me more about the soul. Tell me more about the foundation, where this is leading the next 30 days. Show me the next 30 days for pile number 1 in the daily life. Pile number 1. Knight of Pentacles, lots of offers. Look at this number 6 again. 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is here 3 times, I believe. My goodness. All right. Yes. Wow, there is a relationship. Look at this with the Two of Swords. You've been in a crossroads. You've been in decision mode. You've been not having all the information and yet trying to make decisions. It's time to get all the information. It's time to peek behind the veil and get all of the information. You have access to all of it. There's no one that has access to spiritual information that you don't have access to, or to the gods that you don't have access to. But there is a relationship, pile number 1, that is absolutely beautiful. It's true soulmate energy. It is not this twin flame, addictive, codependent relationships that you have been used to. This is breaking free from that. This is absolute independence from that, making your own decisions based on how you feel. And voila, the curtain opens. Good God. I mean, there is a beautiful, beautiful soulmate energy here. You've been together many, many lifetimes, no doubt, trying to figure out this karmic lesson of relationships, of justice in relationships, of equality in relationships. I mean, this is a law for you. This is a karmic lesson learned for you. As emotionally painful as this has been for you, the payoff, the reward here is priceless. Priceless. Good God. Well, definitely a soulmate energy showing up here. Maybe it shows up out of the blue. Maybe this is a rekindling. Maybe this is just an aligning of the stars for you in a relationship, in the relationship arena here. But this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. My God. All right. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. This comes out of the blue. This really, really brings in the healing that you have so lovingly asked for. And look at this Scorpio energy to tie it off at the bottom of the deck with death and rebirth. Look at you closing the door on the past, closing the door on the fears, closing the door on the grief, and letting that sunrise come up, letting that door of hope and optimism and beautiful things ahead. Just beautiful, beautiful things ahead in a relationship. Yes. All right, pile number 1. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this reading, please don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd love to have you as part of this community. Thank you, thank you. Pile number 1. I will definitely tune in with you soon. Hey there to group number 2, the elemental path of fire. We are going to dive right into your reading. Take a look at the next 30 days. See what this fire is bringing to you. Big changes, big, bold breakthroughs coming through for you. I've chosen the Phoenix rising here because that is the element of fire to me. Just purification through fire here. So let's get right into your reading. I want to get you an Osho Zen Tarot card for Up in the Ether. Group number 2, if you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Leave me a comment. And if you'd like a personal reading from me, I'm open for those. My information will be in the description box below. Whew. All right, group number 2, the elemental path of fire, the fire of transformation coming through for group number 2. Let's see an overall theme in the Osho Zen Tarot card for Up in the Ether. Understanding, look at this. That's the big thing coming in for you. A breakthrough, understanding, eureka, I get it. Some kind of deeper clarity coming in. Crystal clear, and it brings you so much peace with these peace doves coming in right next to this Phoenix after a very fiery time, just big years of transformation leading into this. Look at this with the Fool. This is a huge leap of faith for you. The next 30 days, you are skipping along, taking leaps of faith, trusting in spirit, trusting in yourself here, trusting in the path here. Beautiful, beautiful. Group number 2. Wow. Let's see what kind of animal spirit guide is walking with you through this fire of transformation, through this leap of faith. Next 30 days for group number 2. What kind of animal spirit guide is walking with them? This card just keeps coming up. The electric eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life here. This is just so fitting with the Fool and the Phoenix rising here. I mean, look at this. Look at this water, this emotional balance, this bringing things together, bringing the dreams, the illusions down into reality, down into the tangible now. You can actually hold this. Look at this Fool holding that out in front of him. He caught it. It's almost like he was so caught up in what he was doing. He's jumping off that cliff to catch the golden nugget there, to catch the prize there. Doesn't even realize that he's taken a leap of faith. Don't look down, Fool. Don't look down. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at this with abundance underneath that. The King of Pentacles showing up here. Wow, is this bringing you abundance and the sorrow? Wow. It was such a hard road to get here. So many eureka, so many understandings here, but not easy. The road to success is never easy. I've heard so many times that it takes 5 years to become an overnight success here, and boy, ain't that the truth. Number 24 converts to a 6 here. Maybe it's taken you 6 years. Oh yeah, maybe, because number 60, the swan spirit. Time for a deep dive. Look at that, those 6s coming through here with the understanding, the moving on, the getting out of the choppy waters, moving into much smoother waters here. Absolutely beautiful. On the bottom of the deck, the ant spirit, time to collaborate. Well, someone's coming in, something's coming in, a partnership here or an idea, a eureka, somebody coming in. Maybe you've been doing the same thing, driving yourself towards something, a goal. You had something so in focus, it was really hard to see anything in the peripheral. You were very myopic, very focused on something. That's, again, I'm seeing him just jumping off that cliff. For the prize, and not even realizing that the ground beneath him has shifted, has changed. It's not going to be that same footing when he comes back to grounding here. So boy, this is fiery. This is determination. This is pure will going forward, getting what you want here, or what you need here, or what you've been working so hard for. Let's take a look at the mind space here. What is this fire burning away here? What's been the primary focus? You've been very focused on something, and I want to see what that is. What has been the primary focus here for group number 2, pile number 2? There's that King of Pentacles again, and the King of Wands here. You've been the leader. You've been the decision maker, the one making all the decisions. I'm getting stuck on my words here. It's been all up to you. You've been the boss. You've been the programmer, the collaborator. Maybe you put people together, or you're some kind of matchmaker, or you bring people together, but it's always you doing that for others. It's always you making things run smoothly below you here. Absolutely a boss. Look at this waiting room you've been in. You've mastered something. Aquarius energy coming through with the star and the Page of Cups coming through with you turning that easel around. There's a collaboration that's been divinely orchestrated. Somebody coming in that brings a whole new skill set to you, things you hadn't thought of. It's like somebody who's just really deep into science and really into science, and then maybe an astronomer comes along and gives them a whole new skill set to look at, a whole new angle to look at it in. It's like merging two very distinct professions into one here, a merging happening. That's the collaboration. Something's been divinely orchestrated from the gods. This relationship comes from the gods. Something you've been waiting for a really long time. You've already achieved the pinnacle of success where you were, or where you are, and that's why you just kind of burned it away. It was just really scorched earth behind you because you were too stuck in looking at it. You were too caught up in the problem, always focusing on the problem. Maybe that's where I'm seeing like the matchmaker, seeing what people need, like the head of, you know, Tinder, and trying to match people their perfect match here, or married at first sight, right? Trying to find all the qualities that will merge and come together while you're the single one, while you're the one doing all the work, focusing so much on relationships without having the relationship yourself. Then here comes this master at relationships, somebody who's on your level, somebody who's equally focused on what you're focused on, but brings a whole new skill set, a whole new angle to look at it, a whole new way to tackle this problem of maybe loneliness, or I mean, I hope you get what I'm saying here. It could be anything, but it's you working on something to hit this pinnacle of success in your career, in your life, this point of success. And then there was nowhere really to go. You were still focusing on the problems, but it was same problem, different faces. So people just kind of cattling through the room here, the waiting room, to speak to you, and you just giving that same advice because that's exactly your master at that. So they're soaking in this advice like it's the first time they've ever heard it, and it's just so kind of old news to you. You're just craving this difference. You're just craving this a higher level of this. So here it comes. There's somebody who's right in the doorway here, just shows up and says, well, I love the way you look at that. Here's how I'm looking at that. Here's how I'm tackling that. And it's a eureka. It's just like you're burning down the building now, because that is just, you need to have a new space. You need to have a new building, a new environment, a new place to bring all the new in now. It's not old hat. It's not almost memorization here. It's challenging again and stimulating again, and now you have a problem, a new problem to solve now. So it's so beautifully exhilarating and bubbly and new here. So that's where this Fool is coming in. Let's take a look at the heart space. Let's take a look at the passion surrounding this for the next 30 days. So you have big changes coming in the next 30 days. You're burning something away. You're letting go of something. You're just really done with it. Scorched earth behind you almost. To make space, you need space for the new. There's no room in this warehouse of a mind that's been storing all the information for this problem, to fix this problem. And now it's just like the problem's fixed, but you want to go bigger. It's like finding the cure to, you know, I want to say cancer, finding the cure to breast cancer, but not now knowing that there's still pancreatic cancer to deal with. There's still these bigger cancers. So collaborating with someone else who can get to those bigger issues, those root problems of what's happening. For some reason, I'm seeing relationships, and yet I have no relationship cards here, but I'm seeing this kind of merging of an energy here. So let's get into the heart and see what that's about. What emotional wounds need to be acknowledged and burned away here for pile number 2 for the transformation, the elemental path of fire, the next 30 days? What emotion has to be burned away? What's been getting in the way at this point in the emotions? The Ten of Pentacles, there it is, the card of the pinnacle of success here. There's nowhere else to go. There's this happy ending, the credits are rolling, and yet these people have to stand up, get out of that picture frame now and go live this life that they've promised the audience now. It's like there's nowhere left to go now. We've achieved that happy ending, that happily ever after, and now you're trying to walk into the sunset and you're realizing, oh yeah, but I got to wake up tomorrow, right? I got to keep living my life. I got to keep searching for something new now. It's like being in the show hole after you found this fantastical show that you're binge watching with the popcorn and the discussion with each other, and then that show's over. It's like, oh God, you know, that was the best 2 weeks of our life, but now what? And then every show falls short and everything feels, there's that scorched earth. It's like, yeah, I'm never gonna watch a show again, for example. All right, so there it is. You want something new. You're burning away the past, even as good as it is, which is an amazing thing to do. It's extremely, extremely hard to walk away from a life that is going so well, that you have everything that people would really die for, to have this life that you have achieved here. It's just this huge success. You've achieved a lot of success. And people would really die for that. They would kill for that. They want that. They want that success. So it's so much more difficult to walk away from a life that is thriving and good, because you're craving change. You're craving more. You're expanding the consciousness. You're expanding your soul work here on this earth. But it's so difficult because it's like leaving that feathered nest to go start over, to go start from scratch, to go start with the fear of being homeless again and not being able to eat again, and how am I going to pay my bills again? And it's back to kind of those original problems, but they're so much bigger now because you're so much bigger now. So wow, this is it's really, sometimes people, you know, if you're in a really difficult situation with a job that is tormenting you and the coworkers are throwing you under the bus and gossiping and really hindering your soul's growth here, and you have to walk away, even though you have bills to pay for your sanity, for your soul, you have to walk away, and that's really, really difficult. But you know in your heart there's something better for me out there. I deserve better. When you've been treated so poorly, you know exactly what you will tolerate again and how you will be treated again, and it won't be that. You won't tolerate that. Because you know, walking out of there's got to be something better. But when you're walking out of this rich life and you're thinking, okay, there's something better because I'm not stimulated, I'm not challenged, I'm not suffering anymore here, it's very, very difficult. Very difficult. But you are doing that. Whoever is resonating with this reading, you've come into this understanding that it's not over. It's not over. I have to wake up the next day. I have to get excited about life again. So beautiful, beautiful. All right. Well, how can you embrace this? How can you embrace this emotional? How does this courage come into your heart to really want to start over after everything is going so well? That takes courage. Let me see what this is all about. What are you heading toward here? In the emotions. Look at this, the apprentice steps up, the Page of Swords. You know, this is going to bring you so much more than money. You've been there. You've done that. You've been through the challenges financially here. This is a whole different skill set. Either someone is coming in, or I'm starting to kind of reassess here, and I'm thinking this is you learning a whole new skill set. This is you re-educating yourself, you relearning, but in a whole completely different area. But it's going to enhance this so much more. It's like a merging of the energies now, because you're going so much bigger. It's like you know, now you're moving into conglomerate level, where you're handling so many more divisions beneath you than you ever imagined here. Even though you kind of are the boss here, you kind of are in charge here, you're just a king, and you're moving toward emperor status. You're moving toward Hierophant status here. So absolutely beautiful. But I love the King of Wands showing up, the King of Fire showing up first off in the mind space here. It's like, wow, you really are filled with fire right now. You really are determined. And you cannot lose when you have this kind of determination, this kind of will to do differently. When you know better, you do better. It's kind of your motto here. So you're burning away this past belief, this past, a belief is just a thought we keep thinking over and over until we drill it into our heads. You're willing to burn that away. You're willing to burn away what you've always thought, what you've always believed. It's so beautiful. So the apprentice steps up. Let's see what this apprentice is bringing to the table here. What's next for group number 2 in the emotional body and the emotions now that they are leaving this very profitable, fruitful career. Yeah, let's see where you're going. It's like quitting the corporate America and joining the circus. Wow. Look at this with the 9 of Swords. You are breaking. You've been the oak tree. You've been the go-to. You've been the boss. You've been the rock solid person in everyone's life. You've fixed relationships. You've fixed workplaces. It's almost like you're this, I'm picturing Robert Irvine now in Restaurant Impossible or Chef Ramsay, right? You're just so good. You're so good at going in and fixing things and aligning people to where they need to be in relationships and work and life. Maybe a beautiful life coach is here. But you are suffering. You are breaking because you're that oak tree. You're learning much, much more to let that burn away. You know how sometimes forests have to have that controlled burning. You're doing a controlled burn of your life here. You're really burning through the things that have not served you. It's like, again, the matchmaker that's all alone, or the life coach who doesn't feel like they have their life together because they've reached that pinnacle of success. It's like somebody who's very, very well known as a life coach, and then where do you go from there? You feel like there's only nowhere to go but down here. From down, it's all downhill from here. Wow. So you are jumping ship. You're jumping while things are good. You're jumping while the headhunters are still looking for you. You're jumping while you're still hot enough to attract that soulmate you've been looking for. That could be at 80. You're jumping ship to really realize something in your life here, to have this breakthrough, to have this eureka, to have this newness. Wow. You're not jumping with the ship sinking. Maybe you've done that. Maybe you've stayed with the ship until it sunk and everyone drowned, and you just tried to save every last person around you. And now it's just like you're not gonna watch it fall again. You're not gonna watch it fail again. You're not gonna watch it bleed out again. You just, before the accident, before the crunch, before the fall, before the stock market crashes, you're selling everything. You're selling all your assets. And you're investing in a new way here, a new way so that you can be self-reliant, so that you can have your own empire here that can't slip out from underneath you. No matter how hard you work, no matter what you do, it just feels like those shifting sands, right? It's going to fall. The house of cards has to fall. But you're jumping out before it can. Jumping out before anything's revealed, before anything starts breaking. And these oak trees, they do, sooner or later, everybody breaks, and you're not going to be there to witness it this time. Wow. This is a big, huge transformation for you. A big understanding that life is not over, that life still goes on even after loss, even after the forest has been burnt to the ground. Those seedlings will take root. The germination will happen, and it can only happen after the purification, after the scorched earth. For the sun to be able to reach those roots here. It just got too clouded, too big. Those trees got too grand that nothing can penetrate through but grief. Wow. All right, let's see what advice Spirit has in the heart space. What is the advice here in the heart space and the emotions for group number 2 for the next 30 days here? What's your advice, Spirit? Look at this. It's time to escape. It's time to escape. Go now. Go find the next exit sign here and escape. Get to that getaway, get to that lake, get to that woods, get to that cabin, get to that getaway here so that you can bring in the wisdom of what you really, really want. It's time to take that deep dive, like the Swan Spirit says, number 6. It is time to dive deep, dive deep. What can go here? What can I walk away from here? And what is coming for me? What is coming for me? I need peace. I need celebration. I have to really, really let go of the old me. It's really saying goodbye to the old you. It's not so much a collaboration with another. It's a collaboration with your higher self. I am going to change. I can change. I can bend like the willow. But I just need a timeout. I just need a break. Just need a break. I need to go incognito. It's like someone famous putting on the wig and the sunglasses so they can go see their own movie, right? It's just, I need to go incognito. This is what you're calling for. Your soul is calling for you to go incognito just for a minute here. If you can go 9 days like the Hermit, the Virgo energy coming through, that's what it's taking here. But during these next 30 days, let the things that can burn, burn. Use this controlled fire. Look how controlled this fire is in this Hermit card here. So use this controlled fire wisely here. You know what can be burned away. You know what you can bend on. There's a bending that needs to happen here, a real slight bending of the will here of yours, because you've stood strong and tall for so long. You're going to crack away. You're going to start breaking in areas you don't want to break at. So before that happens, jump ship, jump out. You don't have to witness the downfall. You don't have to witness the demise. Jump out now while things are really, really good, before you hate each other, before you're resentful, before you get those, before words are said that cannot be taken back and rip your heart out here. Jump ship before. You will come back together in a different way. You're connecting with your higher self here. You're connecting this transformation by fire. You're making space for spirit to come in and really take the wheel here. So this is beautiful. This is a beautiful, beautiful celebration. All right, well, what karmic lesson is coming in here? We're going to take a look at the soul space right now. So what karmic lesson? What is this all about, Spirit, in the karmic lessons for group number 2 for this elemental path of fire next 30 days? Next 30 days. 10 of Cups. Look at this. Look at this. You go from the 10 of Pentacles to the 10 of Cups. It's just a realignment. You're going to be okay. This is not destitution. This is not bankruptcy. This is a whole different way to love, a whole different skill set for you. It's really a tapping into your emotionals, to your emotions. Really, it just feels like you want to love, you want to thrive, you want to put people first. You just didn't know how to do that. It just seemed like the empire needed the emperor here. And if you didn't put those walls back up, and if you didn't mend those relationships or bring those people together, it wouldn't happen. And Spirit is saying, let it happen for you. Be that gentle, compassionate angel that you are here to do for others here. It's time for you to take your own medicine. That's what Spirit is saying here. It is absolutely time for you to take your own medicine, drink your own tonic. Go on that spiritual retreat that you're always telling everyone else to do, these couples or these, maybe I feel like you go into workplaces and you try to help get things running more efficiency. Maybe you're part of Doge in the United States, I'm not sure. But you are kind of at the head of the Department of Efficiency in your life. You're very, very efficient, very efficient. But you're not drinking your own medicine. You're too worried about everyone else's journey and everyone else's path and how is this going to work, and I've guaranteed this and I've placed my reputation on this and how is this going to go, and you're so attached to the outcome. And this is a great big fat detaching of the outcome here and going out for the picnic without your mind on work, without your mind on tomorrow and how can I market this and where can I go with this and who's going to buy this. And you're really scorching that earth. You are burning that down by controlled fire. It's just like, wow, it doesn't interest me anymore. I'm going to jump ship before this goes really, really bad. really bad, and you jump ship here. Right into, it's like keeping it there at the ending there, having the credits roll for a minute there, maybe 9 days, maybe 9 months, maybe 9 years. But it's like a pause at the good times. I'm just gonna pause this. I love that, group number 2. I love, love, love that. All right, what are you being guided toward here in the daily? What are you being guided toward here in the daily for pile number 2 for this elemental fire? Next 30 days, what are you being guided to next 30 days? 5 of Wands, my publishing card, and Ace of Wands, another publishing card. Look at this fire. Look at this fire. It's like you're, you know, the movie that's coming to my mind right now is The Shift, Dr. Wayne Dyer on YouTube. The Shift. It's a fantastic movie on YouTube. I've watched it so many times. This is exactly what this reading is about. I could just hear his words of soothing right now. There's a one story in there where she's a painter and she's got this family, and she's just going to stay. She just wants to paint, and it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful movie. This is exactly what is coming to mind now. You need a break. You need that. If you're a writer, you need that escape to go write this book. You can't do it in your daily life. You can't do it while you're working. You can't do these 2 jobs at once. It doesn't work. Your book's going to not be good, and your work is going to suffer as well. You can't split the energy like this. You need to absolutely 100% focus on this inspiration that has come in, whether it's painting or writing or expressing yourself. Maybe it's public speaking. Maybe it's going bigger than this small classroom of teaching, you know, workers how to be more efficient here. This is on a much broader, grander scale, something you could not possibly have imagined coming through here, because you've been so focused. You've been so focused on this. So wow, wow, wow. This is absolutely scorched earth behind you, leaving a life, an identity, a thriving business maybe behind you for bigger, better. You're just not sure what it is. It's like going to, you know, a new country here and learning the language here. You got to learn that before you can step into this grander thing here. So the next 30 days is about you letting go of the old, you letting go of the past here. You can't do both. You can't do both. You have to focus on this creative expression that has called you forward. When God calls, you have to answer. You can't pretend you don't hear it. Or you were in the pool. You have to answer. And you've been called. You've been called to bring something bigger, to breathe life into it. You are absolutely the oxygen breathing life into this. And it has to come through you. You've been called. It has to come through you, but it means jumping ship when things are good before those cracks can start. So it's worth so much more. It's like this buying the house of your dreams and fixing it up to exactly what you wanted to see. Exactly. The furniture, the plants. Well, now you got to sell it as is, top dollar, millions of dollars, because it holds everything you envisioned. You need to hold that in your mind space. But then you got to put the for sale sign up before the tile can start moving, before the paint starts to wear, before the stains start showing back up in the carpet after you've cleaned it. You got to sell now. Well, it's worth this much. It's your business. It's your baby. I get it. But if you don't sell this, it's just going to start whittling away. It's going to start being that sinking ship that you have feared your entire life. So jump ship now. Sell it at top dollar. This is going to open the door. It's going to make the space for so much bigger, for this bigger warehouse, for this conglomerate of a business, for this relationship that has so many family members attached to it. It's just moving from this business where you have 100 employees to this family where you have 100 family members. And it's just so different. It's so much purer and lighter and happier, and you're part of it. You're part of it. You're not leading it. You're not guiding it. You're not controlling it. You're part of it. You're part of this beautiful working family. It's just so beautiful. It's so much bigger than you could have possibly imagined. Absolutely beautiful. Whew. All right. Well, maybe we have to leave it right here. Look at these 10s and 10s. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. The Six of Wands. Look at this. Look at this honoring of you, this stepping up, this you are the star now. You are the star of the show. You have changed your stars here. Pile number 2. The next 30 days, you are realigning. You're realigning that North Star, this new guidance system of yours, this new dream. And you're walking away. People are just there. It's almost jaw-dropping. It really is almost jaw-dropping, but it has to be done, and only you know why. It's no, don't even try to explain it to anyone, because they won't understand. They won't understand because they haven't been through what you've been through. This is all about your understanding here of what is abundance. Look at this. So beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful. Yes, you can have your cake and eat it too. Yes, you just have to throw away that first piece, the cucaruch, we call it on the bread, right? You just have to throw that away, and you can have the first piece. You can have that first kiss over and over and over again. Group number 2. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, leave me a comment. Let me know if this resonated with you. If you like this reading, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed already, I sure hope that you do. Again, if you'd like a personal reading from me, I'll leave that information in the description box below. Thank you for stopping by, and I will definitely tune in with you soon. Hello to everyone who chose the elemental path number 3. We are looking at the wind of new beginnings here. So yeah, this is all about new starts, limitless possibilities, embracing the unknown. We're looking at the air energy. Air energy is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So let's see what is going on with you. What is coming in? Whew, what is the winds of change bringing to elemental path number 3, pile number 3? Let's get you an Osho ZEN-TAROT card for Up in the Ether for group number 3. What is beginning? What is coming in for group number 3, Spirit? Oh my God, the Master and receptivity. Look how open you are to receiving this information or this communication. It just really levels you up. There's some kind of conversation. It comes in very, very quickly, and you are open to receiving it. Finally, maybe you've had some blocks up, or you've had some nerves wrapped around this communication coming in. Maybe you've been waiting on bated breath to hear something, but the answer is here, and it really elevates you. It's just like this fresh breath of fresh air coming in. It just cleanses your worries, cleanses your doubts here. This is beautiful. I can't wait to see what this is. It throws you into a brand new adventure here. Look at this, just walking into the unknown, not quite sure where you're going, but knowing that it's bringing abundance, it's bringing beauty, it's bringing excitement. Some kind of new adventure coming in for you. Elemental path number 3 with the air coming in. This is beautiful. This is beautiful communication. It sets you free. I almost feel like you've been bound to some kind of job or responsibility or obligation there. You've been staring at that door, wondering where that leads to. This portal that has opened up. Maybe you've been staring into it. I wonder where this is leading me. I wonder where that goes. I wonder when I'll be free of this worry so I can walk through there. Look at this with courage to bloom where you are here. The Strength card comes out, number 8. Wow, there's this illumination about you. Something's been lit up or illuminated, and now you can truly, truly walk through with ease, with grace, with so much power. You have so much power walking through this door into the unknown here. Yes. Let's see what kind of spirit animal guide is leading you through this portal of change coming in for you. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see where you're going with this. What kind of animal spirit guide is walking? Elephant spirit, learn from the past here. And you know, I saw the ancestor card coming through here. Yeah, right here with past lives. Look at this. So this is some kind of portal that's maybe why I was seeing you chained to some kind of tree or some kind of worry or obligation for a really long time. I think that goes back through the bloodlines with you. It goes back to the ancestral lines where they've been looking into this open portal. A portal had been opened long, long, long ago. Maybe nobody dared to walk through, nobody could walk through. No, because they were chained. They were chained to that worry or that fear of what walking through meant. Maybe nobody came back after someone ventured in. Wow, look at this communication coming in. At first it just feels kind of edgy or not what you wanted to hear, or there's just some kind of edginess to that communication that's coming in. We're definitely going to get some more on this. Let's leave that adventure card up. And learning from your past, number 25, that converts to a 7, a universal number 7 coming through here. So lucky number 7, there's some luck coming in. I'm seeing the rainbows in the master card. I see the rainbows you're walking into here. So yeah, there's some kind of lucky streak or lucky break coming through with that number 7. Yeah, let's just leave this up there, and then we can leave courage down there. Nightingale spirit on the bottom of the deck. Love is all around. Number 41 converts to a 5. Change. There's a big change around the bend here. If you can just get unchained, I think you're right in the in-between of being chained, seeing that portal through the lens of confusion or doubt or insecurity. It's fear. It's fear that goes back through the lines here. So we're going to get more into this. Whew, let's see what's in the mind space for you. Elemental path number 3, group number 3 that chose the air element here. So some kind of new beginning, some kind of wind of change coming in. Let's see what that is in the mind space. Let's see what has come in. What has come in? What has come into the mind space? Queen of Cups. Look at you wanting to share, wanting to give service now, wanting to donate, or feeling very charitable coming in. I think that is the change of it for you, is when you turned around and you started giving out what you had without holding on to it for fear of losing it. I think you knew to walk through this portal, you couldn't take much, so you couldn't fit much through there. You certainly couldn't take the baggage. You couldn't take the baggage with you, so you had this big yard sale, estate sale. Estate sale is primary in my mind right now, a big estate sale, because wherever you were going, all that stuff from the ages before, from the years before, it wasn't going to fit through that door. Yeah, a big estate sale for you. What are you letting go of? What's the thought pattern that was chained, the chain that was holding you back? What are you letting go of? What are you releasing in the mind space? Look at this, the Magician and the 5 of Cups, the disappointments, the things not working out here. Your power, you gave your power away. You just simply didn't know you had the power that you have. There was some kind of challenge or some kind of obstacle that you had to leap over. There was a mountain in front of you, a mountain of energy in front of you. It was like you had to sell all this stuff. You had to shed all these things in order to make way, make space for this newness here. And that includes the thoughts, the memories, it was all part of that chain. It was all part of that chain that made you feel like you had no power. You're stripping yourself free of this restriction. And wow, it's just shedding it like a snake's skin here. And your power is so very much emerging with this Master card coming out in the ether. There is the Osho Master here, so Master Osho. There is something that has been illuminated for you. It's just lit up, and it's almost like you don't even see the obstacles now. This is easy compared to what you've been through, compared to that mountain you had to move. Now you're just brushing up, you're just sweeping away the things that have accumulated, the little things, the small things out of the way, out of your way. Those are the annoyances, the frustrations, the little things that add up to that great big goodbye, that great big walkout. It's the needle in the haystack, or not that, the straw that broke the camel's back. There was just one more burden placed on you, one more obligation or responsibility, and that just crushed it all. There was the estate sale. It was like, yeah, done. I can't hold this any longer. Can't hold on to the disappointments. I can't hold on to the regrets. They're stealing my power. That is the chain. That is the thing that's been stopping you from germinating where you are. I'm going to start from where I'm at. I'm not going to start from a disappointment from an era gone by or an eon gone by when I didn't know better. So wow, you're just giving yourself permission to step out of the old into the new here. Brand new ideas, brand new dreams, brand new you. Beautiful, so courageous. You are the courageous one through the lines, through that ancestral line You are the courageous one. They couldn't do it. They are so very much, the angels who have passed on before you are so very much engaged in your path right now because you have done what they couldn't do. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. You've bloomed where you are. You have gotten up and escaped. You realize that chain was just your own mental anguish. It was your own thoughts. It was your own thought of disappointment or regret here. And you just broke it. It was just like, why? Why am I letting this feather hold me back? This annoyance, this frustration, this thing that I can fix. Why, if I can fix it, am I not fixing it? You have the tools to fix it now. You have the support to fix it now, to walk away from that broken down machine that you've been trying to fix over the ages here, and not just you. It's just been down the line with you. Wow, wow, wow. All right, so the magic part comes in. The magic completion piece comes in. And what is that? What is that in the mind space? What's this scrubbing free or this cleaning out the house here or the gutter here or the attic here? What is that all about? What's that bringing in? What's that bringing in for group number 3? The celebration, the 3 of Cups. Look at this victory party. Everything's cleaned out. We don't even have a place to sit now. Have you ever moved? Have you ever packed up your whole house and you're sitting with boxes all over and you're sitting on boxes and it's been an exhausting couple of weeks and you've had to really decipher what stays, what goes, what can fit there, what's the dimensions here. You're really, really looking at your life and the things in your life. And then you're done and you're drinking that bottle of champagne with boxes all around you and you're celebrating. You did it. You did it. You really looked at your life with a magnifying glass. And as you were looking at all of those memories, you know, every time you pull a trinket out of the closet, it triggered that memory, that feeling that you had. And you deciphered, can this emotion come with me? Can this memory come with me? Or should I discard it out in the alley so I have room? I can make space for new memories. This is all about you making new memories here. And really deciphering it up. Wow, this is beautiful. All right, let's see what's going on in the emotions for you. Let's see what's going on in the heart space. What emotion is forcing you to look at it so it can be released? What is the primary emotion forcing you to look at it right now? Look at this, I crunched it. The World card. Look at this releasing, this letting go. The number 21 comes out, it converts to a number 3. The 3 is all about celebration. You've got the 3 of Cups here in the mind space, just a little coincidence there. But the last piece of the puzzle has fit in here. You've completed a massive karmic cycle, a karmic cycle that your ancestors have dealt with over the ages here. This has been about restraint, about holding yourself back, about being the fly on the wall, about being the wallflower, about standing back and seeing what happens. This is about you jumping in, eyes wide open. I am going to change. I am going to make the choice to change here. And when we make the choice to change, things are forced to change here. So this is you being the change you wanted to see here, being the miracle you wanted to see here. And now you're walking into the unknown. It's just so beautiful. It's just, you have made space here. You have cleared out. You have looked at all of the triggers, all of the trauma, all of the heavy, heavy energy. You have moved. This is moving mountains here. And in the interim, in the side effect of you clearing out, of you getting ready for the new house, the new place, the new job, the new relationship, you have deciphered your life. You have picked apart your life. And in that picking apart, you just decided, yeah, you can't come with me. Yeah, this has been going on. I have carried this trunk in my family year after year after year. We have a trunk. We have a trunk that, you know, it's very, very old, hundreds of years old. I never knew a life without this trunk. It's been in my existence from the day I was born. My daughter, who's almost 40, never knows a day of life without this trunk. My mother never knows a day of her life without this trunk, and this trunk just keeps getting more and more rotted and more rickety and more falling apart. The memories have even washed away. The energy has washed away from this trunk. and it's just a trunk. It's time to discard these things that have no attachment to us. It's just we were told, hang on to this, hang on to this. Maybe it'll be worth something someday, and it just keeps getting, it's like the car in the driveway. You keep putting the cover over it. Someday it's gonna get so much value, and it's like, yeah, but that value is today. Sell it today while it still has value here. Have that estate sale, have that yard sale. So beautiful, beautiful. It just goes back. It's breaking a chain throughout some kind of generational curse. And it feels like a curse when we're here to break these curses. I mean, it comes down at you in all ways to show you not to be attached. Don't get too attached to this life. and that can happen through things, through possessions, through titles and status and labels and identities. And we're very, very attached to our identities, and we're not so open to fluidness but you have to swing on that pendulum to get that balance, right? So yeah, you were here to swing on that pendulum to break this curse once and for all of holding yourself back because of the things you think you can't live without, or you can't move without, or you can't, there's these superstitions that we gather too. I did this with tarot cards. I wanted to make sure I could do tarot card readings anywhere. I didn't want any glitches because I am very, very superstitious. If I knocked on the cards 3 times, I would have to do that before every reading, right? It's just, I get locked into these traditions, these ways to do things. And I was very consciously aware when I was reading, when I was opening myself up to energy, to not have these superstitions get in my way, because then if it was raining out today, I can't do a reading, right? I didn't want any of those negatives that I could use to stop the flow of energy. Energy is always available to us, always open to us. So yeah, I think you get my drift here. So let's look at this Hermit. This is about cleaning out the house now. This is about cleaning out the mind, the heart, and the soul now, a whole overhaul of your life now. So this is absolutely so fitting. 2025 is a number 9 year. If you add up the numbers in numerology, the Hermit is number 9 here. 9 is about saying goodbye. It's about severing things to say goodbye. Sometimes those goodbyes can be very painful. The first time I moved away from my mom and dad, it crushed me. Oh my God. And my niece is doing this now. She's moving across state and first time with her family. And it's just so difficult to say goodbye to that family root, to that system that has always supported you. And family can be chosen. It's your family. It's so difficult, and you're homesick, and you want to go back. You want to go back to the familiar. There's this old saying, you can never go back home, and it's true, because now you're building this new life in the new. You're open to buying new things now, new furniture, new traditions, new ways, new beliefs. We're gonna have dinner, family dinner every Sunday now. You're making new traditions for your family here, but you had to clean up. You had to say goodbye. You had to break your own heart here to say goodbye, to make room for the new here. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this self-mastery. You're so good at something. You're very skilled at something. So maybe a job called you away, or a headhunter found you, and now you're being forced to absolutely act on this, to walk into this unknown and say goodbye to what's familiar. And my heart is just going out to you. But know this, there is so much better than what you are leaving behind. The best is yet to come when we make these massive life decisions like this. So clean out, throw away what you know. It can't come with you. It just triggers the trauma. It triggers the battle that I had. I don't want to keep reminding myself of how hard it was for me to get here, because I want to make space for the new. I want to open up my mind and my heart and expect good to come to me, and expect my life to be happy and joyful, and not so tied to that oak tree looking at that new beginning that everybody else seems to walk through. Maybe some are crying, maybe some are happy to walk through, but it's always painful to say goodbye. All right, what's the resistance in the heart space for group number 3? What is getting in the way of this brand new beginning here? What is getting in the way? What's the resistance? What is the resistance here? I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. I'm trying to keep it You know, there is just no resistance here. Look at this. It's just no. I'm asking the wrong question. Okay, I'm asking the wrong question. What is ahead? What is ahead for in the heart space for elemental path number 3, the winds of new beginnings here? What is new? What is coming in? What is coming into the heart space? That right away. The 2 of Swords, the crossroads. Let me just take a sip of water here. I wish I could edit with my computer, but I can't. I'm not tech savvy enough. The crossroads, look at this. You are at a crossroads, but this is to be expected here because you're looking at the things that have always brought you comfort, that have always brought you a smile or a tear or the memory at least, and you're trying to decide what can come, what can come with me and what has to stay behind here. Learn from the past. You've carried this thing forward for many, many years, many lifetimes it looks like. So learn from the past there. Do you need to keep triggering yourself? Do you need to keep revisiting that? Do you need to keep revisiting that memory here? Can you make a little space? Can you let that go? It's almost like trying to talk to a hoarder who every single thing, even the newspapers in their house, are important to them. They mean something to them. There's that date there though. And how will I remember that date if I don't have that newspaper? It's just very personal to them. And they don't want to let go of the memory of that day. It's not the newspaper. It's not the trigger. It's the memory there. So they feel like if they let that go, they're really saying goodbye. They're saying goodbye to that loved one who died that day. They're saying goodbye to that thing that meant so much to them here. But in order to have the transformation happen, you have to say goodbye. You have to say farewell. It opens you up to a brand new world of possibilities for that person to get through to you again, because you're not locked in that day that lives in infamy in your memory. You know, my father was 85. He was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He's coming forefront in my mind right now. He was diagnosed in April of 2021 and he passed away in April of 2022. It was a year of really, really deep conversations with him, and time I will never, ever regret spending with him. It just was a year of my life that I got to know my dad inside and out, and he got to know me, and we talked about death a lot. We talked about really deep things a lot. It was a hard year. He was going through chemotherapy. I watched him go. He looked like he was 65 in 2021, and he looked 100 years old by the time he passed away a year later. But, you know, that devastated me. It knocked me to my core here of why? Why do we have to deal with death? Why do we have to say goodbye? Why does this hurt so bad? And I could not get out of that year where he was sick and he was dying, and he, you know, I was erasing, and I finally told my mom, I have to let him free of that memory. I cannot trap him in the last year of his life and erase 84 years of vitality and youth and laughter. My dad was so funny, and he always was so quick-witted, and he was the smartest man in the room wherever we went here. So I refused to lock him after a year or two. I refused to lock him in that room of sickness. That wasn't who he was. And so I know he was urging me to let him go, to say goodbye to that version of him, and let it go, sever that tie, that memory that was triggering me. So that was a journey for me. It was a decision for me. Do I wallow? Do I stay in that room with him when he was just so sick, or do I release him of that, release him from that prison? That was just a thing that happened to him. It was not defining of his life. It was a decision. What is coming into the heart space? What is coming into the heart space for elemental path number 3, the air energy? What's coming in? What's blowing into the heart space here? Oh, look at this, the 3s. It's something about 3. You must have a tie to the number 3 here, but it's back to the drawing board. Something new, a new formula, a new way here, a new you here. There's a cleansing of your heart, a cleansing of your mind. It's just really getting a grip on this and you're breaking some kind of curse to move into the new here. You're planning something new. There is a move, there is a decision here to accept a new position, accept a new title, accept a new location. You're just really in decision mode. You're clearing out just in case. It's kind of, you know, that's what's going to do it. If you have this inkling to clear out the storage room, let's say, and you're going through and you're discarding, you're deciding what happens here. You have this brand new room. Now you're fixing it up. Now it's not the storage room anymore. It's the guest room with the perfect bed you wanted and the dresser you wanted. And now you're moving into the other room. You're slowly getting this house ready to put on the market to make it the best it can be in your eyes here. That's making space for the new. So just follow your intuition. Whatever is feeling like it needs to be looked at or discarded, have that yard sale, have the garage sale, and that's a really, really good way to start making way for the new. Tell me about the foundation of this, the everyday life in the soul for elemental path number 3, group number 3, the winds of change coming in. What is coming in to change the daily life? I see big energy here, big changes coming in. But let's see through the tarot, what change is coming in the daily life? 2 of Cups, look at you, the merging of energies here. You finally get to enjoy yourself. You finally get to celebrate because you know what's through the door. There's been all of this guessing game going on. It's like you had this game going on with maybe someone or maybe yourself here, and you had these scenarios of what happened when people went through that door, went through that portal, right? Their name was called, and they went through that portal, and you had this kind of guessing game. I bet they're playing golf right now. I bet they're playing tennis right now. I bet they're sitting and enjoying themselves on the beach right now. You had all these scenarios going on in your imagination of what happens when you walk through that door, when you accept that job, when you accept that date, when you accept that call, that thing, what happens then, right? You had all these scenarios working in, and now you get to experience that. Now it's not a guessing game anymore. It's like the game is over of guessing what is happening through that door there. So absolutely beautiful. I love this partnership coming in. What else? What else is going on in the everyday? This partnership is beautiful. It's a collaboration, and now it's the tangible. You're bringing something from the unimaginable or the imaginable into reality here. So what else? What else is coming in for group number 3? Look at this, some kind of publishing happening. Look at this devil energy coming in. But this wish come true. This wish come true. It's all in the planning and preparation. There's a number 3 here. It's the progression out, the progression past the planning stages here, the wondering what Italy looks like, and then the booking the ticket here. I'm going to book the ticket. I'm getting some inspired action with the 5 of Wands here. And I'm just going to start looking at hotels in the area that I like. That's the beginning. That's the clearing out of the storage room or the den or the garage here. You're just going to start. It's baby steps into that next adventure. You're making space for the new here. Don't get all caught up in the decisions now with this devil energy, 8 of Swords and 7 of Cups coming out. Too many choices here, too many decisions to make. You're already in decision mode. It's like when you're going to clean out your closet and you bring everything out into the bed, and now your room is a mess. The closet is a mess. All the rooms are a mess because you don't know where to put anything. There's this moment of regret. I should have never started this. I should have never put my resume out there, because now 10 places are asking me to come interview, and I don't have time because I'm still working at that job, right? So it's just this, I should not have done that. I shouldn't have taken a chance. I shouldn't have put my nose in there to see what was happening. I shouldn't have peeked through that door to see what was happening, see what happens with curiosity. It killed the cat, right? And you're just kind of cursing yourself. Remember that the ancestors are cheering you on to do just that. Do just that. Take a peek, dip your toe in the water, take the baby steps out. What would that look like? How would that feel? I think I'm going to try that. Don't let the fear of the unfamiliar, the fear of the unknown hold you back with this devil energy. This devil energy is telling me that you keep getting nudges to go back home, to give up, to don't keep going. This is too scary. You're all on your own here. And it's that devil energy. You can't do this without them. You can't do this without the support there back home. And you're just forgetting all the bad things. You're forgetting all the reasons why you wanted to escape in the first place. And when you do escape, and you will, because you're on your way out, you're on your way out into this new adventure, into this new world. Don't recreate the place that you're leaving here. There, you left for a reason. You were nudged out for a reason. So don't just recreate Pleasantville in your image, right? Because you're just recreating the same old memory, the same stagnancy. You're walking into the same relationship that you took. It was years for you to get out of that. So don't just walk into the same thing, because there's that feeling of familiarity, that feeling of, oh, that hit, right? People say, you know, when they're addicted to things, it's like that first hit, it's the first high, it's the first kiss, it's the first, you get addicted to that hit, and then it just drags you down. Then you're just always trying to get that first kiss again, or that first feeling again, or that first hit again, and it just never, you can never go back home. There's never a second chance for a first time at something here. So don't let that devil trick you into thinking there's a first time. You can have those firsts over and over again. You have to change those firsts up to have them affect you the way that a surprise will affect you, right? Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Well, once you're expecting that, it's not going to be that exhilarated high again. So yeah, don't go chasing the high there, group number 3, because you have a beautiful, beautiful dream coming true here. Something you have had up in the ether, had up in the clouds, had up in your imagination, but you're bringing it into reality now. You're making this a dream come true. This is a dream come true. Yes, this is absolutely a dream come true, and it happens in 3s. You know how they say bad things, or people die in 3s, or bad things always happen in 3s? It goes the other way around with you. Good things are happening in 3s to you. It's like you walk into that relationship and it lights you up, and then all of a sudden this headhunter calls, or yes, you've got the job, and then the person that owed you all that money, here it is, a check's at your door here. It's like everything happening in 3s and good for you. Once you walk out that door, once you unchain yourself from your past, your family's past, the tradition, the culture, whatever you've been, your familial line has been walking here. Once you sever that, you say goodbye, you clean the house, you make space for the new, and that opens it up for brand new. It's not even the same space anymore once you clean up where you're at here. Get happy where you at, bloom where you are here. Stop blaming everybody else for where you're at here. Just once you take full responsibility that I'm the one that's taken this trunk forward year after year, it's my choice, it's my decision. Once you become fully aware of how much power you actually have, game over. Game over. It's a whole new ball game now. It's a whole new genre. It's a whole new experience now. Brilliant. Absolutely beautiful. Whew, pile number 3, the elemental path of air here. Changing things up. The big change up. Big change up. If I was titling this video for you, I would call it the big change up. Beautiful, beautiful. What's on the bottom of the deck? Look at you sneaking out in the middle of the night. This is that midnight run. And maybe you're just going to leave things as is. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't try to sneak away from it. Don't try to sneak away from the dirt or the dust bunnies or the grime. You got to clean that up. You have to clean that up. Or again, that's where that image of you taking it with you, it's going to follow you. It'll be like Pig Pen and Charlie Brown, right? He's got his dirty blanket, and everywhere he goes, there he is, right? It will follow you. That stank will follow you. So clean it up. Clean it up. And don't just mask it. Don't just go for the illusion of clean like I've done so many times in my life. This is a deep dive. This is a deep cleaning, and somebody's got to do it. It's got to be you. It's got to be you, because you're the only one that can decipher what can stay and what can go. So don't let someone else come in and clean your house either. It won't work. All right, elemental path number 3. Thank you so much for stopping by, taking the time to watch this video. If you need a personal reading from me, I am open for those. I will leave all that information in the description box below. Drop me a comment. Let me know if this reading resonated with you or which path you have chosen. And I will definitely see you on the other side of this reading. I will tune into your energy soon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to reading number 4. This is for the elemental path of Earth. We are looking at the roots of stability here, the path of grounding, security, and long-term growth. So these are foundations that are being strengthened in your life in the next 30 days. And what steady progress is unfolding, even if you can't see it yet. What is coming forward the next 30 days for long-term plans, for rooting in. So let's start out. I've used the golden egg as a representation of Mother Earth Gaia here, and the success after really working towards something for a long time, trying to dig it in, trying to root it in here. So let's get you an Osho Zen-Tarot card for up in the ether for the signs of Earth, not the signs of Earth, the energy of Earth. I don't want to make this zodiac based, even though we're looking at the elemental path energies here. So you can't help but think of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn when you think of Earth energy. So I'm trying to bring in the energy of those signs. What are those Earth energies bringing to you the next 30 days, pushing you forward with this goal or dream? We're going to get an Osho Zen-Tarot card for up in the ether. Let's see what the overall theme is for the Earth energy, the elemental path of Earth coming in. Osho Zen-Tarot. Patience. Well, you are all about that, and exhaustion. Burnout can happen when you're working towards something for a really long time. Look at this full moon cycle here, this from new moon to full moon back to the new moon again. So something happening in cycles with you. This has been a really, really long cycle. It feels like you've been working at this for a really long time. You've been picking up where you need to. You've been slacking off, breaking when you need to here. It's just you found this beautiful, beautiful balance toward this long-term goal. But something is revving up. It's like the time is now. It's like you're racing toward it now after a really long wait or a really long push. So the term that's coming to my mind right now is it takes 5 years to create an overnight success. But right when we're at our wits' end, right when you're about to throw up the white towel, that's when something is absolutely going to come in for you. You're just about at your wits' end. You know, it's just you're at burnout. You're at burnout. You know when you know. You know when you're getting up and you're just like, oh God, I got to go do this again. Oh my God, I just don't know if I can do this again. But then there's that push, that Earth energy push, that you can't win if you don't play, or you can't win if you don't work, or you can't succeed if you don't keep pushing at it. But there's this push of stagnancy, this push of doing the same thing over and over and over again, but expecting this miraculous change. It's almost like, you know, like a YouTube channel when you're creating content. If it weren't for tarot card readings, I would not be on YouTube. Who's going to think of new content every day or something new to talk about? I mean, how long can you talk about, you know, politics or religion or money or whatever that is? You're just going to run into burnout. So it's time to transform something, transmute this energy into something new that's exciting for you again. It gets you up in the morning again. It's something new to learn again. It's like you've learned everything you can learn about this one thing, and now you're just feeling so burned out on it. It's like you don't even care anymore. You don't even care. That's when it's time to throw up the white towel and surrender this. It's just moved much too much into burnout mode here. Nothing is going to be created, excited, or exhilarating out of burnout. Nothing. The only thing that's going to create burnout is burnout. You got to change it up. You got to switch it up. You got to look at something new. You got to study something new here. Learn a new, maybe a collaboration. We're definitely going to get more into this because you are at your wit's end right now. It's a perfect time to make a change, to make the big change you've been wanting to make. There's something kind of niggling at you. Transformation here. Look at this. Allow yourself to change. Allow yourself to bring in a new idea or to look in a different direction here. It's the only way to bring in this huge success that you've been moving toward. There's no way it can't happen for you. You've been much too dedicated, much too driven to have it not create this beautiful outcome that you've been looking for. It just has to come in another way. You've been staring at something far too long, so it's just kind of blurred. The lines have blurred for you because you've been staring at it with such intense focus that the lines are almost like a magic eye book where something new is going to pop forward if you just adjust your vision a little, just blur your vision a little bit more. You've been crystal clear on this goal. Wow. Wow. Let's see what kind of animal spirit guide is up in the ether for you for reading number 4, the elemental path of Earth, grounding in, really having something be tangible now that you can hold. No more dreaming about it. No more of the air sign up in your head, imagining how it could be or what will be if you just do this. There's all these conditions on this dream of yours, and we're going to see how to soften that up a little bit. Soften that up in the next 30 days. It's almost going... You know, you hear people say they go from confusion to clarity. and something just snaps into picture here. Something just snaps into place. I feel like that happened to you a while ago, where this very clear vision snapped into place and you could see crystal clearly. So you've been working toward that, keeping that crystal clarity in the forefront of your mind. It's been year after year, and that clarity, it's just so headachy to keep it that clear, to keep it has to look this way, it has to be this way. It's time to blur the lines a little bit, color outside of the lines, make a few mistakes. We're going to learn much more from our mistakes than we are from our successes. It's like an overnight success doesn't really last long, because it's like only the good die young. Well, that's because they haven't lived long enough to show us their flaws, to show us their mistakes, to show us the flub ups, right? It's just being taken out in the prime of your life, and people thinking it was going to get bigger, better, grander, but maybe it was just going to burn out too, right? A shooting star just burns out. It's brilliant in the moment you're observing it. It's blinding, but it will burn out. It's unsustainable. Whew. All right, let's get you an animal spirit guide for Up in the Ether for reading for group number 4 for the elemental path of earth reading here. Elemental path of earth, group number 4. Ooh, the skunk spirit, know your worth. Look at this. Look at this. It's like you are knowing how to clear a room. 54, the number 9, that converts to a number 9, the saying goodbye. You're saying goodbye to the past, the old way of looking at this dream or this goal, because it just got too clear. It was too focused here. You just got to, again, blur the lines here. The sense, maybe it's something about sense. It's like the perfume maker here, the one who's studying scents over and over, and then every scent smells the same. It's just you're burned out on that. You got to go for the skunk scent for a minute. Clear the senses, clear the sinuses here. It's like a limoncello after a really good Italian meal, right? You gotta cleanse the palate now. This is the time for you to cleanse the palate. Embrace the in-between. Look at this with the flamingo spirit. The number 26 converts to an 8, a karmic lesson ending here or beginning here. But you're in the in-between. You're in the transition phase. You are going through a massive transformation right now. You're letting go of something that was crystal clear, and you're allowing the lines to blur. You're allowing the in-between to be everything you wanted it to be right now here. You're not judging it. You're not really trying to change things right now. You're just in the in-between. Look at this with the ant spirit, time to collaborate. There's definitely a new idea, a new person, a new way right at your door right now. It's just time to open up, time to let someone else take the burden off of this. So maybe you have to pay all the bills, or you have to find everything, and the building, the employees, it's just all on you, and you need help. You need a manager. You need somebody to come in and pick up all these mundane duties that you're doing so that you can really thrive. It's just you got lost in your own point, or lost in the business part of it, and you forgot to have fun with it. You forgot that this started out being fun. It's like a professional ball player having the time of their life in college, and they've been picked up, and now it's no more fun. Now it's a job. It's become whatever was fun for you, whatever was light and a hobby for you, and you decided, wow, I could make this a business, and you went all in. You went all in on that. It was beautiful. You were led to do that. You were absolutely guided to go all in on this thing that brought you joy, because it was going to bring others joy here. But then you got lost in the details. You got lost in your own point. We all do it. It's like buying the pub, and now because you love going to the pub so much, and now you're running the business, now you're behind the bar, and everyone else is having the time of their life, and you're just like, are you okay? Do you need another drink? You're the host, you're the hostess. It's just, now it's a job here. Love is all around with the nightingale spirit. Look at this, the number 41 converts to a 5, the time of change. The next 30 days are bringing in a sweeping change for you. There's a collaboration, a partnership, a hiring of someone that you didn't think you could do, because it was very hard to trust anyone else with your dream. You'd been molding this, you'd been working toward this. So it's really difficult to put it in the hands of another and have them see your dream. The point is it's not your dream in their hands. It's their dream of how they can make their own thing happen here with your dream. It's a collaboration. It's a merging together of ideas. Don't be so caught up in how it has to be run that you're chasing everybody out of the building here, because they're never going to live up to your perfectionism here, your determination, your vision of how this is going to look here. Well, you're looking for, you're being way too hard on yourself and making yourself thinking this has to be perfect. So you're searching for perfectionism in yourself and in others, and you will always be let down. You will always fail in this. Again, it comes back to only the good die young, only because they didn't live long enough for us to see their flaws here. So allow people to be flawed that are coming in. The answer is in those flaws. It's in those imperfections. You're much too rigid in the perfectionism of how this has to work out for you. The koi fish spirit, there is always enough. Number 36, again a 9. This is about you saying goodbye to the old way of thinking, the old way of running this business, the old way of the rules you have imposed on yourself, the perfectionism. You're letting go of this idea that this has to be perfect in order to work. It's going to be the imperfection that pushes this forward, because people are going to see, yeah, you are flawed. Yeah, you can laugh at yourself. You can laugh when things fall apart after you work so hard putting up that house of cards. You can laugh when it all comes down. It's like, good, it gives me something to start over with. It gives me something new to look at, something new to build. So it's just a way of clearing out space to bring in the new. All right, path number 4. This is getting very, very exciting, because you are willing to let go of this mindset that things have to be perfect in order for you to thrive, that everything has to look this way in order for you to thrive here. Next 30 days, you're letting that go. You're letting that strive for perfectionism. You're setting that down a little bit. Whew, let's use our Everyday Witch Tarot cards. We're going to take a look at the mind, the heart, and the soul here. But first, we're going to start in the mind space. We're looking for clarity. What's the practical growth? What's the long-term vision here? What is coming in for pile number 4? The current mindset. What is influencing this current mindset that they have going on here? What is the influence? What is the energy influencing this in the mind space? The Queen of Cups. Look at this card of service, this card of charity, this card of giving back now. Maybe that's it. Maybe this is the push to give back to the community now. If you're opening up a restaurant, it's time to bring your food out to the community. If they won't come to you, you go to them here. It's about bringing your gifts out to the public now, out to the community now, instead of staying in this sterile environment where everything looks perfect and everything tastes perfect. You got to fumble it up a little, open up that foodie truck and get your food out there, get your ideas out there, get your hobby out there, get it out there. So bring it to them. It's time to bring it to them. Maybe that's helping. You know, my husband and I watch a lot of YouTube channels where, you know, we watch Al Blades and Midlife Stockman, these people that go out in their community and clean up an abandoned house because it helps the neighbors so much. It's no longer a drug house where the kids can be safe because the grass is cut. And we watch these roofers in Canada that come put steel roofs in their community for free here. So it's like, this is what's happening, and in return, those businesses are getting huge. Everybody wants them to come. They see how beautiful these roofs are. They see what a difference that can make, and it's something they could not afford. So beautiful. This is what you're doing. You're giving your service away for free. It's like me offering free readings at times, because I'm looking for long-term growth in my tarot card readings. I don't need the flash in the pan. I have a lot of those things in my life. I want long-term growth. I want return customers. I want repeat business. So that's what you're doing. You're putting it out there so people can taste the goods here. Well, isn't that beautiful? How can you strengthen this focus and discipline? How can you strengthen that, especially during this kind of burnout you're going through? How can you strengthen this in the mind space? How can you strengthen this? The Ace of Cups. Look at this. Go back to the basics. Go back to scratch here. You got to wipe the slate clean here. I'm going to start with that recipe that I started with when I was 10. That thing that really I couldn't wait to do. I couldn't wait to get into. I couldn't wait to show the family what I had created here. That vision, that passion, that delight that you got from this in the first place. That love of the game rather than the end result or the trophy or the accolades here. It was for the love of the game. So you're getting back into the love of the game here. I think somebody comes in and maybe you meet them out on the road, or maybe you're out there, you know, stand up or something, and you're giving it away for free, and then somebody picks that up. They're like, oh wow, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been looking for. That's the collaboration. There's a collaboration. Somebody hearing what you have to say or tasting what you're cooking here. They're digging what you're planting here. Pile number 4. All right, what's the resistance in the mind space? What's the resistance to this? What's the resistance next 30 days coming in? 6 of Pentacles, that giving up, the reciprocity, the not wanting, you're just so wanting to control this, letting go of the idea that you can control this, letting this collaboration come in with all its imperfections, with all its different problems. But you need a different set of problems to look at. You're heading right for burnout, so something's got to change. And this is it. What was lost is now found. And I think that was the passion for the game, the passion for the business, the passion itself. The passion itself, with the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups in your mind space, it's time to soften the edges. It's time to blur your vision a little bit. Let that crystal clear vision kind of break. You know how mirrors, you just tap them sometimes in the right place. It just, that's what that needs to happen in the mind space when it comes to this dream of yours, because something's got to give. You're burning out. That is the shattering happen. The shattering of the illusion of what you used to think was going to be here. It's just letting go of that innocence, letting go to bring in the innocence again, letting go of the known to bring in the unknown here. Spirit, what's your advice in the mind space for the elemental path of Earth? What is your advice in the mind space? 8 of Pentacles, look at this mastery. You've mastered something. You're really, really good at something. Really, really good at something. And the passion for that got lost in the business part of it, in the finances of it, in the handling of the small things. It's like getting this YouTube channel so big that you need help editing, you need help uploading, you need help with the thumbnails, you need help with the preparation of the food. Now you need the chefs. Now you need the chefs that you can trust, that you can hand over the recipes to. You can trust your dream in their hands here. You're only hiring people you can trust, because the law of attraction is in full force now with this business that you are growing here. So yeah, you got to let go of the reins just a little bit and trust your employees, trust those around you, trust that they have your best interests at heart, and also theirs. They have their own part in this dream. They have stake in this. They have stake in this. Beautiful, beautiful. You are the master. You did it. You've accomplished something. You've graduated. It's grand opening for you. Only this is like a refurbishing of it first. Seriously, I'm keep getting reminded of like a Robert Irvine or a Restaurant Impossible here, where this thriving business you got burned out. You couldn't keep being the chef there. You couldn't keep making the same dinner over and over and over and over again without it really losing that first final touch that you used to put on it, that touch of love you used to put on it, that here, taste that. It was a masterpiece every time, and then it was just like, yeah, here, what do you think, right? It just got old. It got so old. Didn't matter if you got the Michelin star at that point, because you were just like, oh God, more people that I got to cook for. It's time to let go of the reins. Hire that master chef, hire that designer, hire that contractor that will make this dream a reality without you doing it all yourself. You can't do it all yourself. You can't. You gotta hand off. You gotta delegate. All right, let's take a look at the emotional security here, the self-worth, the inner peace. What emotional foundation is supporting you right now? What is the emotional foundation, earth energy coming into you next 30 days? What is supporting you right now? What is the emotion that is supporting you right now? That Queen of Fire, she wants to be seen today. When I was shuffling for you earlier, she just kept jumping out here. It's time to have confidence in yourself, to believe in yourself, to believe that you will find the right people to handle the right duties here, that things will click into place without you pushing so hard with this white knuckled grip. It's almost like if you're a model and you're making really, really good money, but you're aging and you're so fearful of letting go. So you're getting all of the things, all the plastic surgery, all the things to keep you looking as you did 10 years ago when you started out, and all heads were turning and all the cameras were flashing, and it just seems you're dimming out now, you're burning out. Now it's time to go for the senior models, right? Now you're the youngest senior in the room here. Look at it a different way. It's time to shift the mindset, shift the heart set that, I'm gonna age here, and so I'm gonna go gracefully with this. I'm gonna work with this because others are aging and they don't know what to do and they don't know how to feel. And how do we rejuvenate this energy of youth without being young again, right? So you're just finding all these different ways, not these shallow instant gratification ways. I mean, this whole reading about Earth is learn it to earn it. It is not fake it to make it. Your instant gratification turns into be that falling star that is just so bright and brilliant as burning through the sky, and then bam, it just fizzles out. It can't hold. It's unsustainable. Trying to find your youth, trying to look 20 at 50 is unsustainable. It's just you're setting yourself up for failure here. It's time to move into the gracefulness of what age brings in, and the wisdom and the experience and the getting a grip on your emotions. I mean, there's so many wonderful things into maturing here. So absolutely beautiful. Page of Swords. I mean, there is Archangel Michael's sword of truth coming through the heart here. There's a little bit of a resistance, like people are looking in or people are judging you. Gotta let that go. People are not judging us the way that we think that they are judging us. King of Swords here, way up in your head about this, but there's this determination, this willfulness to bring something forward where you're softening those edges a little bit. There's somebody looking in though, somebody observing, somebody watching what you're doing here with a keen eye with the King of Swords here in your heart space. But you're a little resistant to open the door here. It's almost like you don't want to open the door to the paparazzi because then this thing is set in stone. You have to go with this. So you're waiting for the grand opening until it's everything you want it to be for the next 30 years. It's just like you're too hard on it, and you're too hard on yourself in the interim here. So there's voyeurs, there's people looking in that are waiting for this opening. It's like they're looking at their watch. Come on, you said last Sunday you were going to have the grand opening. Let's have at least the soft opening. Can we do that? It's like planning for a YouTube channel and then planning and years go by while you're still planning for it. It's just like turn on the damn camera. Just go for it. If you fail, that will be part of it. That will be absolutely part of your success here. It'll be, everybody has a story of overcoming, of a story. What good is it? It's like, yeah, I opened day one. We were successful. There was 300 people, 300 heads we fed that night, and that never went away. And it's just like, well, you never saw the other side of that. You never got to say, yeah, and I started from nothing. It's not that rags to riches story. It's the little rich kid growing into the big rich kid, or into the Elon. It's like, yeah, we all know Elon Musk's father owned gems mines, right? It's just what success story is that? I want to see the rags to riches. I want to see the overcoming, because 90%, 95% of us are overcoming this. So that's the story I want to read. That's the story that's interesting to me. It's not. That's how burnout can happen when you don't have to make all your own decisions here. So you make all of your own decisions. I mean, look at this with the King of Swords in your heart space here and the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is all about you making the decisions here, but softening up, trusting more, trusting yourself more, moving much more into a who cares, into a make it a game. I'm going to make it a game today, because it's not fun when I have to follow every single rule that I've imposed on myself. Now I'm just OCDing on everything I do and feeling like everyone is judging me. It's like not ever posting on social media because you don't want the backlash, but then you're never getting the like-minded collaborators that have new ideas to share with you. So yeah, it's holding yourself back too much, holding the store closed too long because you're waiting for the perfect sunshiny day. It's like planning the wedding too long, and now you're not even in love with the person you were planning on marrying because the wedding plans just went on and on and on and on. It's the 10-year engagement. It's like, who cares? Who cares now? Beautiful, beautiful publishing card on the bottom of the deck here with the 5 of Wands. 5, again, is all about change. It's all about change. All right, let's look at the soul now. We're going to look at the karmic lesson that you are learning. What wisdom is grounding you right now? What's the wisdom coming in next 30 days about this? Ace of Wands. I can't believe these aces. Something, you are having a grand opening. This is open house. You're getting on, you're hitting record and you are talking. You are opening up the shop here. It's open. We're now open here. You're taking a chance. It's beautiful. You have got to let me know. This is so good. This is so good because you are turning that sign around. It's like now open, and you're taking a chance. You know, this is the only way. The only way to succeed is through failure. It truly, truly is. You failed enough. You've already learned the humility and the learning how to laugh at yourself again. This is beautiful. This is beautiful because even if it fails, it's just such a learning lesson for you. It's such a karmic lesson for you. It's just, I can almost hear you laughing at that. And then the next day, bam, they're all at the door waiting again because they heard you failed last night. They heard that this happened and that was the funniest thing they'd ever seen. And so now people are showing up in droves. It's the failure. This is so interesting because you have been on this quest for perfection. Everything had to be perfect. It's like, again, the wedding planner that is busy just turning that vase 10 different ways, or a designer trying to design a living room and moving the couch 10 different, ways there to see how that looks here. And then the time goes by and the buyers are like, yeah, we decided to buy another house here. It's so funny that your quest for perfectionism has been your failure here. That has been the obstacle that has been getting in your way. So it's just like, yeah, you're tripping over the furniture to open the door for the buyers here. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. It's as is. What do you think? Like, I love it. All of its imperfections is perfect. It's beautiful. This is happening in the next 30 days for you. You're getting that big grand opening that you've been waiting for. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that before we close off this reading. Tell me more about this grand opening. 9 of Cups, it's a wish come true. Now you get to leave. Now you get to leave the restaurant knowing it's running smoothly, and you get to go sit on the beach and celebrate your success here because you trust every single person running that business. You trust yourself in hiring those people and in trusting your dream in their hands here. This is true confidence. This is not wishing on a prayer, on a hope and a prayer here. This is truly planning this so that you could step away from it, so that you could, it's like being the best parent in the world so that they can be independent and never need you again after they become adults here, doing the right things at the right times here, making absolutely the right decisions. This is beautiful. This is happening in the next 30 days. You're bringing this dream that you've been really polishing down to a nub here into reality, and it's completely different than what you had planned. Completely imperfect from the perfect dream you have had for years here. Spirit, what is the outcome here? 30 days in. Let's see an outcome here. What's coming in for the Earth energy reading here? Pile number 4, next 30 days. 10 of Cups. There it is. You getting to leave the business now. You getting to sell it at top dollar. You get to sell this house at top dollar now. Sell this business at top dollar now so that you get to go do some completely different dream. Remaster something else here. Move out of burnout. Move into excitement, exhilaration, exaltation here. This is truly a complete configuration of what you want and what's going to make you happy. You thought it was this. You thought it was mastering this business or this position or this title or this bank account, and it was really this. It was going after your heart's desires here, and it included all. It included all. It included love. It included passion. It included desire here. That desire just seemed to get in your way. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Look at this with the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Wands in the foundation. Wow, Ace of Wands is all about inspired action. This is inspired action. Look at how the sky is the limit now. You're the jack of all trades now, but you've mastered all. It's just so beautiful, so beautiful. Yes, this is your dream coming true out of the failure. From the ashes you will rise. From the earth, from the roots, you've rooted in something so that it was so rigid. If you tried to transplant it, it would have died. So this is you transplanting that dream into a garden that is going to thrive. It's going to change. It's going to be a hybrid now. It's not going to be that original dream that was so embedded in your psyche. But now it can thrive with others. Now you're a community. Now you're a family. Now you're a village, right? Where everyone is patronizing each other here. It's just like this farm to market thing where the farmers are feeding the restaurants, and it's just so beautiful. It's just really, really this community thriving now, not you just on your own doing everything, planning everything. There's just so much burden lifted from your shoulders. So much burnout fizzling away for you. It's just rising star. You're the rising stable star now. You are not this flash in the night here, this falling star that is brilliant while it's falling through the sky here, but it is inevitable. It's unsustainable. So you're moving from unsustainable to sustainable to your dreams coming true here, and it's happening in the next 30 days. Beautiful. All right. Thank you so much. Pile number 4, the elemental path of Earth. I really appreciate you stopping by. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. If you'd like a personal reading from me, I am open for those. I will leave my information in the description box below. Pile number 4, I'm sending you all my love and light, and I will definitely tune in with you soon.